What's going on, guys? Welcome to Boy Meets World TV. My name is DJ Woods. I got a new camera. I got 14 subscribers and I'm ready to go. Okay, the biggest problem with society, with relationships, with your relationship, with the relationship with yourself, the relationship with other people, the relationship that you have with kids. Here's the biggest problem that I'm starting to realize, and I think is the root of all suffering. I had a video where I explained that shame is the root of all evil. Not money, not even fear, but something below fear, which is shame. Shame is, if you look at the consciousness scale, shame is the lowest vibration. Shame is the lowest vibration. Shaming, not only shaming you, but shaming other people as well. Shame is, in my opinion, shame is the root of all evil. Shame is the root of all suffering. If nobody shamed one another, if we didn't shame one another for what he or she's flaws are, or what he or she's flaws are, I believe there wouldn't be any anxiety, there wouldn't be any depression, there wouldn't be any stress, there wouldn't be any anger towards anybody. Or even, actually, no, wait, I'm not going to even say there's not going to be any anger towards anybody, because there is going to be some anger if you're being authentic. But if you're ashamed of your authenticity, now if you guys can't tell, like, I am a fan of Teal Swan's teaching. If you guys don't know who Teal Swan is, you guys can check her out. But she's leading a movement which is based on authenticity. Being authentic, being who you really came here to be. What do I mean by what you came here to be? What, like, why are you living? Are you living to please other people? We've been taught to please other people. I hope you guys know that. I've been taught to please people. I'm a Pisces, I'm a little bit soft. I'm a people pleaser. I love pleasing people. I love pleasing my mom and dad. My sister, on the other hand, more authentic, more real. Here's the one thing we gotta realize. If we shame other people for how they feel, if we shame ourselves for how we feel, then we're just going to cause suffering. What do I mean? There are simple ways that you can shame how you feel. For instance, if you avoid your emotions, let's say if you're feeling really bad, if you're just feeling really shitty, but instead of dealing with your emotions, instead of sitting there with your emotions, guess what you try to do? You try to make yourself feel better. Even in terms of like spirituality. In terms of spirituality, it could be like, oh, if I feel bad, that's not a good thing. If I feel bad, that means I have to raise my vibration. Or if you're not into spirituality, this could be doing something to try to, this could be doing something to try to avoid your emotions. Like let's say if you're feeling bad, but you want to feel good, so you end up eating junk food, going to the movies, doing anything to make yourself feel happy instead of, and let's say if you don't end up feeling better than how you did before, and you just did all that work to try to feel better, to try to feel happy, you still don't end up feeling happy, then guess what's gonna happen? You might even get on yourself for not feeling happy. You might feel ashamed to feel unhappy. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Not to yourself, not to others. This could be as something as, just the question, what's wrong? Just that question, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Or even if you're asking it in a nice way. Let's say if one of your friends are crying on the floor and you ask them as simple as question as, what's wrong, sweetie? What's wrong, honey? Nothing's wrong. Even that simple of a question as, what's wrong? That question is what leads people to be ashamed to express their emotions. Because they're ashamed to sit with their sadness. We put happiness on the pedestal. Oh, I gotta raise my vibration. I gotta be as happy as possible. I gotta be happy AF. But what about sadness? Sadness is not bad. Anger is not bad. It's just a sign. It's just a sign. All feelings are signs. You know what I mean? You have to pay attention to how you're feeling. If you can't spend 5 to 10 minutes of yourself, even while you're feeling sad, even while you're feeling angry, without trying to change yourself, then you don't love yourself that much. For instance, if you're feeling sad and you want to feel happy, you want to feel a different emotion other than the emotion that you're feeling right now. Well, okay, obviously, we all want to feel happy, right? But obviously, if we're feeling unhappy, if we're feeling, let's say, sad, then that's a sign to go within. I mean, we're fine with going within when we're happy, right? Are we fine going within when it's sadness? How you treat yourself is how you treat other people. How your parents treat themselves is how they treat you as well. Which is why I'm saying this. Shaming your emotions is worse than people think. And that's the biggest problem by far, obviously. So, how to know if you shame your emotions? How do you shame your emotions? Like I just said, if you're let's say if the only reason why you're meditating, and I'm saying this because I've gone through this before, and I know plenty of other people who are like this, plenty of other spiritual teachers who have millions of subscribers who are giving off the same vibe. The only reason, hold up. Plenty of teachers spread the message that if you're not happy AF, you're doing something wrong. Plenty of people, so Illuminati. Okay, I just called someone out. I hate to call people out, but if you're gonna spread the message that being unhappy is a bad thing. Being unhappy is not a bad thing. Being depressed is not a bad thing. Saying that being depressed, being unhappy is a bad thing, that means you're just not only shaming other people's emotions, we probably shame our emotions as well. You know? So anyway, here's the message of the video. Take time to yourself, regardless of how you feel. And if you take time to yourself, let's say if you're meditating and you take time to yourself, you gotta embrace how you feel rather than change how you feel. That's for sure. That's real self-love right there. Just embracing how you feel. You know what I'm saying? What's the matter with how you feel? There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with how you feel. It's called life. People want to be happy. People want to be nice. People want to be positive. Including me sometimes, a lot of times. Embrace your flaws. Your flaws are golden. Golden. All right? I got a flaw as well. I'm afraid to, or not afraid. My flaw is that I got weak boundaries. Like, I have weak boundaries. Not weak boundaries. I'm not going to say my boundaries aren't that strong. And sometimes I don't trust myself. You know what I'm saying? We're human. Why is it a bad thing if we're sad, if we're depressed, if we're lonely? I know this sounds controversial, but seriously, as bad as your emotion is, adding shame on top of that is going to make it 10, 13, 15 times worse. That is a simple thing that we could all do in order to make not only our lives better, but other people's lives as well. Shame is not a good thing. Shame is even shaming shame. Like, look at what I'm doing. I'm shaming shame. We don't need to shame. We just gotta stop shaming. Shaming shame and stopping shaming is completely different things. Those are completely different vibrations. Anyway, if you're watching this video, don't be ashamed of how you feel. No, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm just gonna say this. You don't need to be ashamed of how you feel. I'm not gonna say don't be ashamed how you feel. Don't be ashamed how you feel. Shaming yourself for being ashamed. You don't need to be ashamed for how you feel. We're all human, okay? We all go through our ups and downs. We all put the ups on the ups, but we don't put the ups on the downs. Let's make life up. Even when life is miserable, you can just be like, okay, I'm feeling miserable right now. I'm feeling miserable for a reason. We just gotta accept where we're at. I have a video on acceptance, okay? Message to all you guys. You don't need to be ashamed of how you feel. You guys are beautiful. You guys are amazing. Have a great day.